I'm Kanisha Marie and welcome to my channel. Right now, what I'm working on is the ACE initiative, and what I love about the ACE initiative is that they are helping the world with something that I am passionate about, which is health and well-being. And what they do is provide information on our water system, like being able to, well, it's something that we all need right now that they've had for the longest time in Japan, which is Kangen water. And what that type of water is the purest, high pH balanced water that we can use to help treat our systems and remove toxins from the body properly. And that's what I love about the system that they provide. And I wouldn't be sharing this information if it wasn't important. And I would love to get behind this company, even without the money that, the system costs. But me investing my time and effort into the system is that important, because it will help with the other modalities that I've taken on, the natural modalities that I've taken on, where it involves healing the body. So it's like, I already understand what it is we would need as far as the foods, the herbs, like naturally making our own soaps and whatnot, an art form that we all should be doing. What the water system does, it allows you to flush out your body from the foods that you eat, alongside with, healing the body quicker and faster. Because there are a lot of people around here who do rely on bottled water when natural spring water should be absolutely free. Here in Long Beach, California, you cannot just walk a couple of blocks to get to natural clean water. I literally can walk on the other side of this block and right there is the flood control. But that's the water that we have. It's this water goes down towards Long Beach Harbor. What I would like to share is that this information is so that it can be in other people's households. If I get the system myself, I've collected glass bottles over the time that I've been purchasing my water. I purchased it in glass. Give me a minute. These are the things that I purchase, but this is what everyone else purchases, like my parents, for instance. This is not good for anyone. This causes harm because of the plastic itself. Okay, and glass is better than plastic, but glass can break. So what I would suggest people doing is creating one that's plant-based. For example, bamboo. You can use bamboo instead of glass because, one, it's natural, two, it doesn't put chemicals within the body. You can actually use bamboo to cook in, to use as utensils, to use as building material instead of cutting down precious trees that provide oxygen for all of us. As soon as people stop building with materials that's harming the environment, honestly, I would rather have clean oxygen than buildings. Seriously, if you all were more passionate about saving the earth, or more mindful of the materials that you're using for yourself and others, then there wouldn't be toxins in your system or in your body. You wouldn't have to work so hard to clear these toxins or create problems in the first place. Dis-ease is caused by what it is we're being shown or what's programming us to do. I mean, when you remove the toxins that you've collected over time with something like Kangen water or eating high vibrational foods like a vegan diet, you don't have to be a raw vegan. You don't have to, as you transition, you could be a vegetarian as you transition into becoming a vegan. But it's also being mindful of the foods you're not supposed to eat. And that would be things that cause inflammation, like tomato, potato, eggplant, soy, any type of like nuts, peanuts, almonds. I'm sorry to say, like, but all these nuts, like, if someone has an allergy to it, there's a chance we all do. So, and it sucks out nutrients from the earth and the soil. Any plant that sucks out nutrients and soil, any plants that are found in the desert should be removed from fertile soil and placed towards the ocean where it has a lot of water, because that's what these trees are looking for, especially like palm trees, aloe vera, cactus. Those kind of trees should be like, or plants should be somewhere where it has a lot of water. It shouldn't be around like places that should have forests or abundance, because those kind of trees suck out the nutrients and water from the earth. So you wouldn't have foundation for your soil to grow your own fruits and vegetables if that happens. So in order to reverse that, well, remove those and plant the ones that should be there, especially ones where you know you're going to benefit from in the long run. Like the type of trees that you would obviously should be planting in your area are the ones where you're going to produce a tree that provides the most oxygen, as well as providing something that bears like fruit or herbs that you can use. What else? It's also being mindful of the type of trees and fruits and vegetables you plant. I would not suggest you planting anything that even the seeds have trace cyanide in it, just because you need to flush your system. That little bit of cyanide collects over time, even if it's in the seeds. What do you think? The fruit itself. Like, you may assume that, well, it's sweet and it only has a little bit in it. If you're not taking care of your body properly in the first place and flushing your system properly in the first place, what do you think collects over time? I had to learn how to reverse my own sicknesses and what I had to deal with, just because I didn't want to have surgeries to replace my heart and kidneys, because that's like a lifelong sentence of medications for one. And if you forget to take your medications even once, you have the chance of going back into dialysis and doing everything all over again. So it's like, what was the point? So I learned how to reverse it and learn how to heal. Like, I'm showing how I'm healing my emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual and etheric aspects of myself. That way you guys can do it too. And I'm providing it for free on Facebook, YouTube, Patreon. Your guys' support on anything that I do allows me to afford to be able to share the information in the first place. We are at the point of, having to move because we can't afford to live here anymore. And it's like, Mother Earth shouldn't, like, no one should think that they own a piece of property when, like, Mother Earth is a live, abundant being. No one can own her. The same goes for humans. Like, I've noticed that there are some men who, although I'm trying to connect with people, who are being very unkind and disrespectful. Like, be mindful of how you treat women. Don't assume that they're just gonna send you something and then you get mad when they don't. What kind of friendship is that? So be mindful, please. If you would love to like meet a companion who you'd love to have in your life in the long run, whether it's someone who's looking for their soulmate, who's their perfect match, or their twin flame, who's their perfect mirror, if you're looking for these things, if you're looking for a loving relationship, well, you have to change your beliefs and perspectives and treat women with respect. That's what we're looking for. Unconditional love and respect. If we don't receive that, then what are you expecting from us? We're not going to send you like adult pictures or do any of those things. That's not right. Like, think about what you're doing. We are women who deserve to be honored and respected just the way we do for others. Please care about care for what we believe in, and that we respect ourselves enough not to just, throw those beliefs out the window. We are actually conscious and aware of our environment and the things we do, and all we're trying to do is love everyone wholeheartedly and unconditionally and show that that's what it takes to save ourselves, save our family, our pets, and the planet, and be in loving friendships and relationships. And it shouldn't be like, oh, this person should have a lot of money and that's the only way I'll be their friend. It shouldn't be that way. If you love and care about others, even if they don't have the means to do everything, I'm showing that I'm still doing what I can even without the money aspect involved. And I'm providing all the information for free, even though it's something that people would charge others for. I share my life and all of the things I've collected through the years for everyone to enjoy. It's not just for me. It's just being able to afford the time to share it and do it. But as I've said, we're losing our house right now, and we have a lot of family and people that live here and looking for the right type of homes, even though I would love to build it out of bamboo and show everything, like how we're doing it, who we're meeting, like everything. Everyone that I've connected with and I've met, I will be sharing on all my websites, my Patreon, my YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere that I possibly can. It's just having the time to do so. So if you're wondering where everyone's at or why there's so many that are trying to reach out right now, well, this is why. I'm not afraid to share it. I'm not going to hide it because it's the truth. I mean, as soon as everyone accepts that there are things that need to be changed right now and stop turning their back saying like, oh, I have to protect myself, oh, I have to like do this for myself. Well, there are others who may need you because you have the means to do it. Unconditional love matters to everyone. Like here in the US, especially where I was born and where I'm from, it used to be lush and abundant until something happened. So right now it's getting back to that, being able to grow the flowers that will allow the proper insects to come along to help pollinate the fruits and vegetables that we're going to be growing for ourselves, as well as, having our own insect farm to produce the insects needed for our plants and gardens, and to have a farm for our pets and animals. We would be using insect protein, which those insects, they grow quickly and they produce very quickly. So it wouldn't just be for the garden. My pets would be maintaining those insects, if that makes sense. Not only that, I would be sharing with the community, allowing them to see how they can do everything too, farming their own insects, their own fruits and vegetables, and us all sharing with one another. It wouldn't just be in one spot. So the Kangen water, the reason why I would be asking for like investments on the product, like donations to be able to afford the product. Like what I would be asking for, or what I am asking for as far as the water system itself, would replace all of the bottled water, and I would be sharing with my neighbors and everyone who wants to try it, because it saves lives. They use it in Japan. You wonder what it is they're doing to look so young or live longer. This product is all around the world. Back then it used to be only the elite who can receive it or afford it. Now there are technologies coming out that were hidden from, everyone else, the rest of society. And I'm just sharing and providing hope for those who need it the most. Because I'm in dialysis, and because I know a lot of patients, and my mom is in the nursing field, it would be much easier for us to share and connect with those, especially those big companies like Kaiser Permanente or Memorial Care, who I was under their care. Like, I'm not trying to disrespect or bash them in any way. It's more like I would love to collaborate with bigger like hospitals and home healths and hospices to reverse this, to provide the information I know to fix this. And as far as pharmaceuticals, they can change their pharmaceuticals to plant-based medicines, natural medicines and remedies. That way they're still, doing what they can to help the world, help heal the world properly without chemicals. Once there isn't a use for chemicals, plastic, glass, and we go back to nature, where if we didn't have so much preventing, whether it's having natural sourced energy, everything, it matters. And the reason why I'm going into Asian Initiative is to help, because it matters. And I know this is needed more than ever. And I love and appreciate all of them for taking the time to talk to me and be with me. So, I'm in a rush right now. So, I love you all. And I'm getting ready for everything. I love you. Bye.